and welcome to the Lanxess Orange site. The employees and I are pleased you will be visiting with us today. However, before you enter our facility, we request that you take a few minutes to familiarize yourself with the rules and regulations of the Orange plant. Lanxess has a long-standing commitment to providing a safe, healthy and environmentally friendly workplace. At Lanxess, we believe all accidents and injuries are preventable, and that excellence in safety, health and environmental performance can only be achieved through the initiative and personal commitment of everyone working at and visiting our site. These standards provide the foundation for our business success as well. Consistent with these beliefs, the Lanxess Orange site is a member of the Voluntary Protection Program's Participants Association. Additionally, the Orange site is an accepted participant in the OSHA Challenge program as part of an overall objective to be recognized as an OSHA VPP star facility. Critical to our goal of preventing all accidents and injuries, we require every individual on our site to follow our policies and procedures. Everyone must use good judgment and make the right choice, every day, every time. Lanxess also believes a respectful work environment is essential. Behaviors such as bullying, harassment and horseplay are strictly prohibited. At this time, I would request you give your undivided attention to our safety presentation. I will return at the end of the presentation with a few closing remarks.
Lanxess Orange site leadership and employees want your visit to be both safe and productive. Therefore, we have developed this presentation for all visitors to the Orange site. This presentation will familiarize you with the rules and regulations of the Orange site and provide information concerning the materials, chemicals, and potential hazards you may encounter while visiting the site. At the conclusion of this presentation, you'll be asked to read and sign the Visitor's Safety Declaration. This declaration states you have been made aware of the potential hazardous conditions, chemicals, and equipment you may encounter in the plant, and that you have been instructed on and will follow the Orange plant's rules, policies, and procedures. Your Visitor's Safety Declaration will remain valid for 1 year. This means you may visit the site for the next 364 days without repeating this presentation. 1 year from today, your declaration expires, and you'll be required to again familiarize yourself with our safety and emergency processes and procedures. The Orange site uses petroleum-based chemicals to manufacture multiple synthetic rubber grades used by our customers to make tires, golf balls, gaskets, seals, timing belts, and many other products. With a focus on safety, quality, and customer satisfaction, Lanxess is energizing chemistry. Upon completion of your check-in, you'll be issued a visitor's badge. You must wear it on your upper torso at all times. Please return your badge to the security officer on duty as you exit the site. Unless otherwise instructed, your badge will only allow access through the main gate entrance. As a general rule, we require all visitors to be accompanied by an Orange site employee. Visitors are restricted to only the areas where entry or access has been granted. Firearms, recording devices, drugs, including alcohol, lighters, and matches are strictly prohibited in our facility. Cellular devices are only allowed by obtaining pre-approval from the site safety superintendent or security supervisor. Smoking is only allowed in designated areas. Should you desire to smoke, consult a Lanxess representative for directions to the nearest designated smoke area. All approved smoking areas are located outside the restricted plant area and are equipped with electric cigarette lighters, which are the only approved lighting devices allowed in our facility. Violators of these rules will be immediately escorted from the site. Minimum attire is required to access areas south of 1st Street. Minimum attire consists of long pants, shirts with sleeves covering the shoulder, and leather closed-toe shoes covering the entire foot. All process units have a sign-in log located in designated areas. These sign-in logs are utilized to control entrance and exit of support personnel and visitors. Under the Process Safety Management Standard, personnel not normally assigned to a unit are required to sign in and out. As a visitor to our site, if your destination is a process area, Please ensure you are properly signed into and out of the area upon entry and exit. Personal protective equipment is also required when entering process areas of the facility. This equipment includes fire-retardant clothing fully buttoned and zipped, a hard hat, safety glasses with side shields, and steel-toe shoes. Hearing protection is also required in designated areas of the plant. When you see this sign, or when you encounter loud noise, please use ear protection. If you do not have the required PPE, please advise our security personnel before entering the plant. Where feasible, we will provide you with proper PPE for the duration of your visit. Visitor cars or trucks are not allowed in the plant unless they are necessary to complete a job. These vehicles are not for personal transportation. Once parked at the work site, they are not to be moved until the end of the day. Attended vehicles should not be left running for an extended period of time unless necessary for plant operations. Unattended vehicles must be turned off and left unlocked with the keys in the ignition at all times. If you bring your vehicle into the plant, please be advised that you do so at your own risk. Lanxess is not responsible for any damage you may incur at the site, including but not limited to overspray, cooling tower mist, and debris. Lanxess reserves the right to have vehicles inspected upon entry and departure from the site. The speed limit inside the plant is 15 miles per hour. Please remember to yield the right-of-way to bicycles, carts, and pedestrians. As a visitor, you're required to adhere to all posted signs and barricades. During the loading or unloading of chemicals or the refueling of fork trucks, a sign is posted which prohibits any motorized vehicles from passing through the area. While walking on our site, you must remain aware at all times. Pay attention to ongoing work, vehicle traffic, and any other activities in the areas you are visiting which could pose a potential threat to your safety. Also, if you're visiting the warehouse and production areas of the plant, please be alert for potential dangers associated with forklifts and operating mechanical equipment. Rubber in its finished form is both non-toxic and non-flammable. However, some of the chemicals used at this facility are hazardous. Some of these chemicals pose a fire hazard, and most are irritants to the eyes, nose, mouth, and skin. Information on the characteristics of the chemicals is available through safety data sheets, more commonly referred to as SDSs. Please contact our Health, Environmental, and Safety Department to view this material. Safety showers and eye baths are located throughout the plant. These are typically designated with a blue light. In the unlikely event of accidental exposure or contact with any chemical, go to the nearest safety shower or eye bath and rinse the affected area for at least 15 minutes, no matter how minimal the exposure. Although the water used for safety showers and eye baths is safe for drinking, it has a strong chlorine taste and is not recommended for drinking. Bottled water is provided for drinking throughout the plant. If you're unable to locate bottled water, ask your escort for assistance. You must always be aware of your location in the plant. This allows you to accurately report an emergency and know if you're in an affected area should the emergency alarm sound. This site uses various alarm sounds to indicate the type of emergency in progress. All alarm sounds are followed by a voice message indicating type and location of the emergency. As a safety measure, alarms are tested every Monday at noon. Here's an example of an alarm you may hear.
Attention! Fire in contractor area.
During any emergency, it is important everyone remain calm and follow the directions being provided. If you're operating a vehicle when an alarm sounds, immediately park the vehicle as not to block a roadway. Turn off the engine. Leave the keys in the ignition and listen carefully to the intercom instructions provided to you. If you're instructed to evacuate the facility, please report to the nearest primary or secondary evacuation point. The primary evacuation point for individuals located in the front of the plant, north of 5th Street, is the north side of the marketing building. The secondary evacuation point is by the welcome sign, located near the entrance drive to the north employee parking lot. If you're in the back of the plant, south of 5th Street, when the alarm sounds, your primary evacuation point will be the area outside the production office building, east of the Kelton warehouse. Your secondary evacuation point will be in the West Gate parking area. If you're in the utilities or cogen area, your primary evacuation point will be Gate 19, southwest of the cogen area. The secondary evacuation point will be in the West Gate parking area. During an evacuation, turnstiles will freewheel out, allowing them to be used by anyone. Outside the turnstiles, you will not be allowed back in until the all clear has been sounded. Wind socks are located throughout the plant to assist in determining the best evacuation route. In closing, we'd like to remind you Lanxess Orange site has an outstanding safety record. In order to keep your visit both safe and productive, you must always adhere to these basic safety rules. Wear appropriate PPE. To report an emergency inside the plant, call extension 600. Obey all posted warning and traffic signs. No smoking is allowed inside the Orange site, except in designated smoking areas. Be particularly careful around moving equipment and machinery. Utilize hearing protection when you hear loud noise, or when you enter areas where it's required. Be aware of the hazardous chemicals used and exercise appropriate caution. Make note of the safety showers and eye baths in the area you're visiting.
Thank you very much for your attention and for visiting with us today. While we have made every effort to include all pertinent information in this video, conditions or situations may require you to comply with additional policies or procedures. If such a request is made, I would ask you to comply willfully, as your safety, the safety of our employees, and the community at large is our utmost goal. If you have any questions while visiting our site, please don't hesitate to consult your escort or any Lanxess Orange site employee. Thanks again and have a safe day.